my name is Soraya and this is Jake, and we're both from TechStaff, which is a science and technical recruitment agency. So both Jake and I graduated from Macquarie University, and we both completed a Bachelor of Science majoring in chemistry. Now, we both began our first graduate roles at EnviroLab, which is an environmental testing laboratory. We both worked in the organics department as laboratory technicians, where we did things like prepare environmental samples for analysis. So the way in which I landed my role at EnviroLab was through work experience I had to complete for one of the units I was undertaking in my last semester of uni. And so upon completing my work placement, EnviroLab just so happened to offer me a job, which I gladly said yes to. After almost a year of working at EnviroLab, I started to apply for other lab-based roles, in roles that I thought would be kind of the next step up from what I was doing at EnviroLab. So really I was just following kind of the career pathway that I thought most science graduates would take. But things didn't quite go according to plan, because I was then approached by TechStaff to join their team. And after working there for quite some time, two months later, I would say Jake was also approached by TechStaff, and so here we are today. A career in scientific recruitment was not something I had ever expected to see myself in as a science graduate. And in fact, working at TechStaff, it's really kind of exposed me to the wide range of career pathways that are available to science students, which Jake will elaborate on.
Okay. So while we were students studying in this very building, thinking about what we were going to do after university, we were aware of some of the big companies out there and some of the industries, but we had no real comprehension of the diverse range of industries that are there available to you as a scientific graduate. So some of the more typical ones we work with, pharmaceutical, food science, analytical chemistry. We also work with the government, and we work in those roles across Australia and New Zealand. But we're also working now in emerging industries: data science, machine learning, AI, even medicinal cannabis, plant-based and celled lab-grown meats as well. We're now working with these guys. So this is just one way that recruiters could potentially open doors for you as we work with this diverse range of industries. So most of us as students sort of thought that we would go straight into the laboratory. That would be the traditional pathway right into the lab. And this is typically true. Now, most companies that we work with are set up across sort of 3 different departments. So if you're analytical minded, you might find yourself in the quality team: QA, QC, analytical services, regulatory, all of your chemical analysis. That's pretty standard. That's sort of our first role out of university as well. Maybe if you're a more creative person or further down the line, you may find yourself in a research lab, either an academic research lab or in the industry, doing research and development, new product development, and then further down the stream, potentially patent law and intellectual property. But what not a lot of people consider while they're at university is that both your quality and your research laboratories are providing either a product or a service. Now, this needs to be sold. So you also are going to have a sales team, a marketing team, account management. So if you are a science and technical background person who has really good communication and presentation skills, maybe you're the loudest in the group or the most active in the group chat, sales is also something for you to consider down the stream. So why use recruiters? Okay, for recruitment, we're here for you from the graduate level all the way through to the end of your career. We work from $25 per hour all the way up to $200,000 per year packages, okay? Recruiters are an excellent resource for you now as a candidate or further down the stream as an employer. And I'll give you this, Soraya.
So to help you with landing your first graduate role or any role, the Bayside Group website has an excellent careers resource page where you'll find things like resume templates, interview guides, and social media guides. So be sure to check that out. And speaking of social media, if you don't already have a LinkedIn profile, please do create one, because A, it will help you with networking and connecting with key people in your field. And secondly, employers and recruiters use LinkedIn to source candidates. So if you don't have one, we cannot find you.